All right, so I got my little fancy rolling toolbox out here, which is pretty nice because I can bring it to the car and all my tools are in it. But we're getting started with this thing, and this motor has 12-point all over. Look, it's even on the firewall. We got 12-point hardware. So we're getting, you can see some of our 12-point hardware down there. We're getting some of the thermostat stuff out.
Wow, okay, that's on there.
Your hand looks a little cold there, bud.
Oh, it's kind of cold out here. It's like 40 degrees.
Why are you tightening it?
I'm not tightening it.
Why is your tag on? 12-point, we're gonna take a thermostat, change the thermostat real quick. Oh yeah, so let me go ahead and film this before I forget. So I'll just film right here because there's a little bit of light. So I was concerned about being no fuel pump on the block, on the timing chain cover on the side there, and there was like a big open hole. Apparently, Sean stuck his finger in there and that sounds wrong. Sean went ahead and looked around to figure out what it was. And kind of, I was like, hey, let's see if we can even feel the cam lobe to see if there's any corrosion on it. Sticks his finger and, how do I say this though? Acting like, making it sound weird.
You can't. I put my finger.
No, it still sounds weird. No, that sounds dumb. Okay.
Feel inside.
See? Sean went ahead and he went down there and
felt around inside the hole. You gotta put this in the video.
I know, this is ridiculous. Okay. So Sean went down and
in the hole and
why is it so difficult? So Sean, smaller hands than I do, so he went down there and actually stuck his hand inside to see if the cam lobe was kind of corroded. And there's a block off plate, which you guys might be able to see. I don't know, let me see if I can see it. Which is terrible for us.
Because now we gotta run that piece of crap pump.
There you go, you can see it, kinda. You see that? There's a block off plate in there, so I can't even run the mechanical fuel pump.
That you just paid 20 bucks for.
Yeah, and I just paid Sean for it. And I'm forced to run this thing, which sucks. So we're gonna have to run an external tank with this, which isn't terrible, just to get it moving, but still it would have been nice to run the correct pump and change the lines. Oh, coming off? Did you get the bottom one off yet?
No. No.
Yeah, that sucker's not moving.
That is...
I'm pretty positive I showed everyone the...
Well, you want to know the best part though?
Yay. What?
All your 1/4 inch are
12-point? Oh, I bet you $5 I can get that loose with a nut. A wrench.
Oh, I'll get it loose with a wrench.
You won't, liar. Watch him just slip and just slice his hand on this, and it's really cold outside, so this would just hurt 3 times as bad.
Really cold hole, 40 degrees. How about...
Oh, you're cheating. You're cheating. Oh, you suck. You're cheating.
I don't care.
That does not look like our TV.
And if it makes you feel any better, there's still coolant in the intake.
It actually does make me feel a lot better, believe it or not. Wow, that actually looks really clean. Or relatively. What is that hole? Oh, that's the water port. Yeah, it actually looks that bad. Yay, it's not a total piece of junk. Shut up. Yeah, here's our thermostat. That looks just... Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this thing actually we'll be able to reuse. I just hate how it's a 90-degree angle because it's got this weird heim joint alternator bracket, so...
Which looks fancy and all, but...
Yeah, but it's so, like, inconvenient. I just wish this was at a 45-degree bend. If this rod was bent 45 degrees, they can use a normal hose, but...
Nope.
Nope! They don't make anything easy on me. Alright, you guys, what's going on? So I'm back with the Galaxie. Go ahead and actually start working on this thing again. So you can see I put that ugly air cleaner on it just so nothing got in the carburetor. But yeah, we're gonna start working on this. So I actually have some daylight, which is nice. I got a day off work, which means I can work on this a little bit. So my plan, like I've probably said in the last, section of the video, I'm gonna kind of go through everything. So I'll probably now, to be quite honest, go ahead and actually just put oil in it and put some fuel to it and see if it'll fire up. I'm debating on whether I want to change this carburetor or not, or if I just want to try it, because everything's still hooked up, so I can just kind of try that out. So I might change the carburetor later, I don't really know yet, but I'm probably gonna put some fluid in this thing real quick, change the oil filter out, yeah, get some new fluids and fire this thing. Hey, that's good. There is oil in this engine though. That's a plus. Doesn't look like there's very much in it, but that's weird because it says there's nothing on the dipstick right now. So that means my dipstick is not made for this pan. As you can see right there, it doesn't hit the sump. The sump's up here. So that's kind of weird. We'll have to figure that out. Okay, so I'm looking at the 302 HO because this is an HO, almost positive, HO. The firing order, and just to double check, number 1 is our top right. So we got number 1, follow it. All right, that's relatively in the right spot. Let's do another one on that side. So I did number 3. So I pulled number 3 back, which is this guy right here. Follow it. And we're on the bottom left. We're on the bottom left right here. Number 3 is up in the top. It's next to 1. And yeah. So yeah, I went ahead and I checked the firing order just cause. And coincidentally, we actually tried starting it already once with just starting fluid because we couldn't get the fuel line hooked up. I wanted to see if it would gurgle and actually like run for maybe more than just a little quick fire. And it didn't at all. It wasn't even close. It gurgled a little bit, like you saw, but it would not run. And I think that's because someone did a 302 firing order, not a 302 HO firing order. So yeah, but I'm gonna try the HO order and see if it fires. All right, so I just ran all this junk of wiring mess, so just ignore how it looks. I'm just trying to test if the dang thing runs. Same with my fuel line, that looks like garbage too. But I was gonna change the wires, however, I realized these are Nology wires, I guess. I don't know if it'll focus, but yes, these are Nology spark plug wires, and they have that ground on them. And I was trying to figure out why I had the ground, and so I was like, ah, screw this. I took them off, and my other plug wires are, I forgot, they're a male end, I believe you would call it, not a female end. So that wasn't gonna work on this kind of cap. And so I was like, well, I'm probably gonna have to use these, so I might as well look them up. And these are really, really expensive. These are about 300 bucks. And the ground is actually the ground for an internal capacitor, which is why you see it go from like an 8 mil all the way up to like really, really big, a 14 mil or something ridiculous like that. That's a capacitor in there. So these are actually some super, super high powered wires. So I'm gonna use them. So we're gonna put them back on them. I just grounded this side, Sean's doing the other side. Got my fuel, ran. So we're gonna fire this thing and we're gonna see if it runs. Okay, so everything is ran and I should be able to plug my new battery in. Thank you, Optima, for the battery, by the way. I should be able to run over here, let the fuel pump prime. And oh yeah, huh? Well, still, I gotta do my my ghetto key. Ooh, it's working now.
Oh yeah. Spray a little bit of that down her throat hole.
I'm gonna see if the oh, we got a leak.
Okay.
Carburetor's a piece of junk.
Where's it leaking out of?
Everywhere.
Shoot.
That is out of the. Oh, that's out of the float adjustment.
Oh, float adjustment's probably just loose then. Oh,
where is it?
Oh, it's out of both of them.
Focus?
Yeah, it's focused. Yeah, it's popping.
Is that seriously an Allen key? Who puts an Allen key in the freaking distributor?
Why? Not as bad. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You're popping a lot still. It wants a little more.
A little more, yeah.
Okay, wants a little less. Go. Okay.
Beep, beep. No, don't touch it. The fuel that's doing that. That has nothing to do with timing.
we've done a bad. This is not, I'm not great at the filming thing.
A little taller.
So, yeah, you know, them tall people. So, our issues at the moment are as you turn over the motor, the distributor doesn't quite turn. Chances are we have a lack of an intact timing chain.
So basically, the clips you previously saw of us trying to get the thing started were, oh, I don't know. They're like 2 weeks ago, and I've been trying to mess with the car for a little while now, and I've been trying to hook everything up. You can see the coil wiring here is just trash, but it's anything I could do to hotwire the car. And everything is hooked up actually correctly, believe it or not. How ugly that looks. Everything works. It's the same, everything works. Coil's getting voltage, but the coil wasn't making any power through this wire, and I couldn't figure out why. I think I found out why. Because I was checking the mark down on the top, the balancer, to make sure I was on TDC. And I went ahead and saw it was on cylinder 1, so I wanted to see if maybe I was 180 out, so I was gonna turn the whole thing around and make a 360-degree spin on this guy. I went to go ahead and turn the thing over. I turned it over, and as you can see, it's not doing
nothing. Just, I mean, we can, if you don't think we're lying, now it's,
but that was, look, but this is irrelevant. I mean, you can just put this here. Inside of the distributor here, you can see the cam gear right there.
I'm gonna, all right, and then I'm turning the motor over.
You can see the crank spinning down there, if I can get it to focus right. See the crank spinning? That is the crank turning, and the cam is not turning.
So we have an issue.
Yeah, sorry it's not really focusing, but you get the gist.
You should be able to, you guys can see it.
You can see the cam gear did not turn at all, and the crank was spinning. Timing chain is gone in this car. Yeah, so sorry about the weird filming for a second there, but yeah, timing chain in this car is broken.
Filming skills aren't the best.
It's either snapped. We kind of heard a couple clicks here and there in the last 2 weeks of starting it, didn't know what they were, so maybe this timing chain broke in 2 pieces, or the cam gear itself literally is stripped or broken, but something in the timing chain general area is not working. So this all needs to come apart, and it's kind of okay because I was taking the timing chain cover off anyways to put the new one on, because the dipstick is in the back. It's got a front sump pan on it, which you can kind of see right there. It's got a front sump pan, so it's completely useless. You can't check the oil, so I was going to change it anyways. But this may even give me a chance to put a camshaft in it now, because that's what we were going to do anyways.
I mean, that was the plan.
But the downside is I couldn't drive it to the other side of the house. Now I got to push this thing with flat tires, this 4,000-pound boat, to the other side of my house and then pull it all apart.
Or
plus, we got to deal with the rain, which you can't see because it's dark out. But yeah,
you get the gist.
Kind of. Actually, yeah, not kind of. I'm very pissed because I wanted to see if it had a cam or how it ran before I tore the whole thing apart.
Well, we're gonna get to see if it has a cam when we pull it out, because we gotta pull it apart now.
Yeah, all right, well, at least get to check the part number on the cam, and we'll be able to see if it's got completely stock bottom end versus, you know, if it's got some double roller timing chain that is a piece of junk, obviously, or some sort of stuff like that. But we're pretty much starting from scratch, which sucks, because I got it to run for a total of 4 seconds. You guys heard that. And then sometime in between that, it broke. So I don't know when or how, but it broke. I don't know if it was my fault or if it was something in the engine, but regardless, it's gonna get fixed. So kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Okay, so basically, I can't really do much else until I get the car on the other side of the house. It's gonna rain for like the next 3 days straight, which kind of sucks. So I'm probably gonna end the video here. It's probably pretty lengthy too, because there's a lot of starting clips. Yeah. So we're gonna get the thing fixed. I want to get this thing running. It's really pissing me off.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, but we'll see with the rain. It's not supposed to rain this weekend, so we'll see. Maybe we can actually get some stuff done on it this weekend. If Craig doesn't decide to go drag racing or do another swap meet or something of that nature.
Hey, it's my birthday. We'll do something cool.
It is, so yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, we got to get this thing fixed. So it's probably going to get right away towed to the other side of the house. We're going to start pulling the whole front of the car apart, and we'll just take it from there. I'm going to try to get the thing back together as quickly as possible for you guys. But with that being said, thank you guys. It's overexposed. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, sorry I couldn't get the thing running, but honestly, it's kind of out of my control, but we will get it running within time. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe. You better do it. Do it. I'm not going to fix the Galaxie.